About forms, including data forms. Among the many features Excel offers, one of them is the ability to create forms or use something called data forms for custom data entry. Let's talk first about data forms. When you're working with data presentation done as a list in Excel, as you see here with this inventory worksheet, you can swiftly add and manage existing entry records in Excel by clicking on a cell within your work area, opening the Data menu, and selecting Form. There, you can click the New button here to add a new record, such as a listing for this inventory. You'll notice you've got your labels for the different items here, and you can just do simple data entry from this basic sheet form that you have available to you. When we get to working with lists and data management more towards some of the later chapters, you'll understand about setting up lists and how you can set up data forms to work from the lists. But you'll also understand that besides data forms, you can also create your own custom worksheet or workbook forms and save them as a workbook template rather than as a regular Excel workbook. For example, let's say that you need to solicit expense information from different people in your office or your department to add to a main workbook on expenses. You could create a special worksheet form that you could send around to the other folks in the department, have them fill out their information, and then send it back to you so you can merge their data into your central workbook. You'll also see that Excel makes some spreadsheet templates available to you as you work. For this, you would click File, New, and when the new workbook task pane opens at the right, you'd look under Templates, and then on My Computer. You'll notice here we've got some basic templates, but under Spreadsheet Solutions, you'll see some example forms. For example, here's an expense statement form. And I want to warn you here that when we get to this part later with templates and forms, you'll see that sometimes certain features here are not always automatically installed at the time you installed Excel. So you may be required to place your Excel 2003 installation CD or your Microsoft Office 2003 installation CD in your CD drive so that you can install the various options. Finally, as you work, remember my suggestion to you in Chapter 3 to familiarize yourself with Microsoft Office Online. You'll find this to be a great source of unique templates that can be downloaded and opened in Excel, as well as other Office applications. You can then modify these templates for your own use, or simply use them as the basis for a template you develop on your own. But this will give you an idea of the kinds of things you can do and the kinds of ways you might be able to solicit information from other people using a form you create and then merge it back into a central workbook.